Hello everybody, welcome back to Group D. Here in the workshop with the 240. It's really cold. It's just turned December 23. So it's time to strip this baby and start the build for 24. Big plans for 24, and I said I'd start a blog around it because it's going to be very, very interesting if I do say so myself. So here's where we're at. The Sprint Car V8 is sitting here. We've done some stripping, as you can see. A few bits taken off. Exhaust is out of the way, the big octopus, and intake is off. And we are down to the heads and the block, kind of. And we have lifted the heads. And unfortunately, it is not great news. I had been thinking that maybe the tone of the engine had changed slightly. It's very difficult with these V8s. You know, it's hard to tell with a V8 that it's on like 7.5 cylinders and not 8 cylinders. So it's a difficult one. We checked multiple times, lots of things. We found a crack in the exhaust manifold, which doesn't help. That was welded prior to Jimmy Oakes driving the car last time. So yeah, still in all, I wasn't really, you know, I don't think it sounded like it did before. It could be all in my head, but it certainly was down on a little bit of power the last time it was on the dyno compared to the first time it was dynoed when we built it. So that's not a great sign. But anyway, upon lifting the heads, the bore doesn't look super. So we are left in a position where it looks like we might need to sleeve the current block or buy a new block. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift the head and I'm going to give you a look. Right, I have removed the head, and here you can see the pistons from the Sprint Car engine. So quite large too. They're over 4-inch piston. First things first, anyway, the head gasket is totally fine. No sign of anything anywhere. I have this torch on it there, which is just try and make it a bit easier to see for you. Yes, so head gasket is fine. No need to worry there. Bores, not super. So there is some discoloration on the bores. As you can see, number one here has some kind of vertical scoring on the bore, as well as a bit of discoloration. So yeah, the heads are off. I'm not happy. This engine I know sat for a long time, so when it came to freshening it up for this car, I think the bores were gone rusty, so it got a very rough hone, and that rough hone might be the discoloration that we're seeing on them. And yeah, obviously that wouldn't be optimal for ring sealing and things like that. But yeah, now we're in a bit of a predicament because I would like to freshen it up, of course, and it is bored to its maximum already. So it looks like it needs to be sleeved or needs a new block. A new block is $10,000, which is a kick in the bollocks straight away. And there is a massive wait time on production for a new block. So we've got some thinking to do. The head, on the other hand, is in really good condition. All the cylinders are same color and everything. No sign of any problems. They are all pro heads. They're really nice, massive cathedral style intake ports. The mother and father of all intake valves at 58 millimeters. of intake valve. Very nice. And yeah, seems to be no issue with the heads. Everything looks in really good condition on the heads, so at least that's something that we don't have to replace. This, on the other hand, is not ideal. Right, so some thinking to do. By the time I come around to episode 2, I'll probably have some sort of plan. I need to sit down with myself and think about my life. Great.